Okay, good morning. So we're here again to our new lesson. So we will be dealing with circles. So let us try first define the parts or the uh, things that we're going to understand. What are the terms referring to the circle? So circle and its arcs. So if I have here a circle, so you can browse your module that is found on your module 5, and let us try to identify there on the recap portion the items 1 to 7. So number 1, it is a part of the circle or portion of the circumference of a circle, a portion of the circumference. So remember that this is the circumference of the circle. So if we're going to talk about a portion only, so that refers to an arc. So say for example, this portion here. So this portion here is an arc. Okay? So number 2, an angle formed where the vertex is at the center of a circle. An angle formed, so we're referring here an angle that is formed where the vertex is at the center of the circle. So say for example, if this is the center of our circle here, we're going to draw an angle that is formed in which the vertex of that angle is at the center. So we're going to draw an angle like this one. So if we're going to name the points B, and the circle is G and C, if we have BGC, so this angle here, the angle that is formed here in which the vertex is at the center of the circle is called the central angle. So this angle here is called the central angle. Okay, number 3, a segment that connects any 2 points on the circumference of the circle. Any 2 points on the circumference of the circle. So that is, number 3 is called chord. So say for example, if we're going to connect any 2 points. So point here is point F and point here is point E. So any 2 points on the circumference of the circle, this here is called a chord. So this is chord FE. Okay? That is chord FE or segment FE. So number 4, it is a fixed point equidistant from all points of the circle. So therefore, it is a point that is equidistant. So if we can say that there are infinite number of points of the circle, so that point refers to this one here. Okay? That is called the center. So this one here is called the center or the center of the circle. Next, a special chord that always passes through the center of the circle. A chord or a special chord that always passes at the center. Or it is also refers to the longest chord of the circle. So that is our, what is this? Passes at the center, that is called the diameter. Okay? So this chord here is called the diameter. Next, a segment formed from the center to any point of the circle. Again, a segment formed from the center to any points of the circle. So if we're going to form a segment that is from the center to any point on the circle, say for example this one here, so this is called the, okay, your grade 7 lesson or your elementary, that is called the radius. So this one here is our radius. So say for example, if this is our M, So our radius is MG. So we have multiple radius. We can form another radius is BG and CG. Okay, so those are radius. So for example, if we're going to name these A, so we also have AG. Then last, number 7, an angle whose vertex is on the circle and whose sides are the chords of a circle. Okay? It is an angle whose vertex, so ang vertex is at any points or the circumference of a circle. Okay? So say for example, if this is the vertex, okay, and its endpoints is any on the circumference of the circle. So if we're going to connect this point here and this point here, so this angle that is formed here in which the vertex is on the circle also is called the inscribed angle. So this is called the inscribed angle. Okay? So those are the review lesson when you were grade 7. So that's just a recall. So let's proceed to our lesson now. So if you can see in your module that those are the definition. The center is at a point that can be used to name the circle, blah blah blah, radius, chord, and diameter. So let us go to the first illustrative example. So for example, in this figure here, so I have here a circle. Let us try to identify what are the terms here. Identify the first one, the central angle, the inscribed angle, chord, radius or radii, and the diameter. So let us go to the first one, central angle. So if we're going to define the central angle again, the definition of the central angle is its vertex is at the center. Vertex is at the center. So since this is the vertex here, so we can say that if the vertex is at point S, because that is found at the center, we can say that our central angle is angle OSP. So the central angle is angle OSP, or you can have it as PSO, as long as our S is at the center, because this S here, this letter S, refers to the vertex of the circle, a vertex of the angle, sorry. And your point O and P can be interchanged, or you can write P at the first or O at the last. So it does not matter as long as our S is the vertex. The inscribed angle. So definition of the inscribed angle is the vertex is at the circumference and its endpoints are also at the circumference. So here, this is the vertex here. So we can say that this is our inscribed angle. So the inscribed angle there is angle NMO. So the vertex is at the center. So again, it can be interchanged. You can have it angle OMN or angle NMO. So chord. Chord is a part of a circle in which its endpoints can be found at the circumference. So here and here. So our chord is, we have chord R, Q. Do we have another chord? Chord. Yes, we also have chord M, N. This chord here. And do we have another chord? We have 3 chords there. The last one is, yes, the longest chord or the special chord is chord M, O. This chord here, chord M, O, the longest chord. Okay? So, radius. So, sa itong radius, our radius is the endpoint. One of its endpoint is at the center, and the other one is located on our circumference. So, therefore, our radius is, or radii, we can have how many radius or radii there? You can have 3. So, we have chord, SO, what else? Line segment, sorry, it's not chord, line segment, SP, and last one is segment, SM. So those are the radii. And diameter is the longest chord, so we have that one as segment MO. So as simple as that. Those are the parts of identifying the parts of a circle: center angle, inscribed angle, chord, radius and radii, and the diameter.